You are about to enter a layer of reality not measured by time or distance, but by perception. It begins with a thought, a flicker in the mind, and opens into a space where logic bends. This is not the future. This is not the past. This is the echo between awake and sleep. Welcome to ZONED.
Now this one, as you can see, is the Stan Smith by EC. Stan Smith. Super happy to be able to work on a Stan Smith shoe. When I first came to Adidas, I actually requested to do Stans, so I'm happy that it came into the lineup. You know, we have a few different renditions that we did for the Stan Smith collection. This is one of the first ones. So this first one, we call it the AKA the Beaded Stan. As you can see, this shoe on the heel has this ornate kind of bead structure. This is to go with the movement, and this is to give it that ethnic feel. The shoe is so buttery. The leather is so smooth. Shouts to the development team for really putting the shoe together. A lot of people, the original sample of these shoes had a big CLOT logo right here on the back. For me, as a creator, I appreciate people liking the logo, and I appreciate the so-called immediate attention that it's supposed to give. But sometimes in designing footwear, I feel like the footwear design has to live by itself. Now, you know, speaking with my cohorts at Adidas, you know, they want some type of representation that this is not just another Adidas shoe. For me, this one little hit detail already is enough. But when they tasked me with trying to figure out where to apply the logos, I wanted to do it in a discreet, kind of very nonchalant way that felt hand-marked, almost like a stamp, or someone actually did it themselves. We came up with this way of doing the branding for the shoes. On the left shoe, you see there's our CLOT logo, and on the right shoe, it actually says 凝结集团 演技造就, which is CLOT's name in Chinese. This is an understated, kind of overstated shoe. I know it's a funny thing to say. When you kind of look at it as a piece of art or a piece of work, this shoe feels very harmonious, but when you add it to a certain type of outfit, it can either be very easy to wear with a pair of denim, or if you go wild and wear, you know, like a serape or, you know, some Chinese shirts and go frog button and go ethnic, this can be a really cool addition to that type of vibe as well. We try to design up and design down. Like I said before, we're trying to create a little bit more sexy, a little bit more mature, a little bit more put together. So I believe that the CLOT Stan Smith by EC is a perfect footwear option for being stylish, but also staying fly. Hello? Members only. Welcome, Hoyo. Welcome to the Hideaway. This way.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hideaway Workshop. I'm Dr. Wu. This is a beautiful space, using a lot of the room here to hone my design skills and also use it as a space to showcase my culture, things I'm into, and a place for us all to congregate and pursue our creative dreams. I really want to invite other artists to come work alongside me. We can learn from each other and feel inspiration, and it's just nice to be around the other orbits of creative minds.
My name is Alessandro Moroder. I specialize in single needle black and gray. You can find all of my work on Instagram at Alessandro Moroder.
My name is Clay Gibson. I usually work in large-scale projects that are full body parts. You can find my work on Instagram at Clay Gibson.
My name is Max Hansen. I work here at the Hideaway Workshop, specializing in fine line black and gray. You can find my work at Hax Manson on Instagram.
What's up, my brother?
How you doing, man? Hey,
I'm good.
I'm gonna lead off with the question that I think you might have answered me once or twice before, but how did the doctor get added to the Woo?
I think the most popular story is in the tattoo shop I came from, everybody had a nickname. And once you had a nickname, it was kind of like your calling or your rite of passage. So when I crossed over in a sense, you know, Dr. Wu was at it. And how I got Doctor was just a mixture of a couple things. There was a guy that used to come in and just call me the doctor for no reason. It wasn't even for the tattoo style yet, because I was still doing more like bold traditional stuff. And there was one guy that used to call me the Island of Dr. Wu because he thought there was a movie or something that he saw that was like that. And it wasn't the Island of Dr. Moreau, it was like an older movie, like from the 30s or something. And then once I started doing more of the fine line technical stuff, then people were like, oh, it's because he's like a doctor, he's like fine line.
Yeah, with like the incision, the precision.
And the third version is also that, you know, when my parents immigrated here, obviously traditional Asian parents in America, it's like, you know, you want your kid to grow up and be either a lawyer, a doctor, or like a concert violinist, something like that. And that was kind of the joke.
It's like
after all,
Mama, I made it.
Yeah, Mom, I'm actually a doctor. So that's kind of the lore.
So we're sitting here in fairly newly opened studios, right?
Yeah.
Coming from just having a seat somewhere to now having your own space. What does this space mean to you, and what is it supposed to represent or bring? Yeah,
I think, you know, when I left Shamrock, which was a very busy, eclectic, vibrant shop right in the heart of the Sunset Strip, I needed a little bit of, you know, peace and quiet and a little kind of private cave to myself. And that's where I did, you know, when I left Shamrock and went on my own, I just took private appointments for about a decade, you know. And it was cool, and it allowed me to grow and build my brand and do me and kind of figure out who I was creatively, and at the same time build a family and a career. But now, this last year, around the end of last year, I still felt like I needed a change, something new, a new shift into a new gear. And this space became available, and it was, you know, it's a huge space.
Historic though.
Yeah, it's still part of Hollywood, a historic building. A beautiful space, it just got redone. I thought a very important part of growing as an artist or a creative is surrounding yourself with other artists that you admire and inspire you and can challenge your way of thinking. So what else could I do but invite other tattoo artists that I knew, some that I knew well, some that I didn't know at all, but I admired their work, obviously. And that's the birth of the Hideaway Workshop, essentially.
It's great that you're allowing other artists to be a part of the movement or the energy that you're a part of. But I do know that the space also has aspirations of maybe mini art shows and some events and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, so the idea too was inviting these artists to work here, but not as just like strictly a tattoo studio. I want this space to be very fluid and kind of interpret itself in different ways. People to walk in here and feel an energy that is different from other quote unquote tattoo shops. And also maybe just, you know, it's a studio, it's a creative studio. That's why I call it the workshop. People can come in here and they can try new things and use this space as a blank canvas to figure out who they are creatively and what they want to make. Other brands, you know, people can come here and kind of treat it as their temple as well.
Speaking as an Asian American, Asian, whatever you want to say, you know, coming up from Shamrock to now, how has the role been? Like, has it been hard, like, to be like in a group like full of, I don't know, tattoo artists that might not be Asian and be like, I belong here and shit?
Yeah, I mean, I think that was the biggest imposter syndrome style narrative for me. You know, I was like first born immigrant or hardworking parents, typical story, very traditional, conservative. And then you have me, very rebellious, trying to find my place. I didn't identify really with the Asian kids. I obviously didn't identify with the white kids, the Mexican kids. Being like this Asian kid, I was, trying to figure out where I belonged there. Never fully quite fit in, but that was kind of my mold, was the one that didn't kind of fit in. And I feel like because of that, I was able to even make something new from it, which wasn't intentional. It just kind of happened from just trying to do your best and kind of stay as true to yourself as you could and excel in the tattooing technical abilities. But the whole part of just existing in that world as me kind of created me,
You've been around the world, ate so many things. If I had to make you choose, what's your favorite appetizer, your main course, and dessert? What would it be?
Ooh, that's too hard, but I will try. Appetizer is the caviar potato at Caviar Casbah in Paris.
Bang.
I think the main course would have to be sushi, some omakase sushi.
Okay.
And dessert, kakigori, man.
I knew it. That was the test. What's up, everybody? We're in Nakameguro at a coffee spot called Hima. Hi.
Hi.
Can I get a macchiato, please?
Okay.
Yes. Little milk only. If you guys don't know, actually, we did a pop-up for Hima at ComplexCon. They were serving all our guests. And actually, Hima is run by my homie Kazuki. So what's Hima mean?
Hima is from in the Himalaya mountains.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought it was Hima in Japanese, meaning free. Like,
Yeah.
so which one is it, bro? Is it Himalaya or both together?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because Kakigori looks like a snow mountain.
Oh my God, I never knew
That's
that.
why Hima. I took Himalaya.
So you serve kakigori here too?
Yeah.
This one?
Now we have two kinds.
Sakura milk with black beans, kinako,
And strawberry.
peanut butter miso with strawberry. Actually, I'm gonna order this. I'm gonna try
Sure,
it.
sure.
Sakura milk and kinako. Onegaishimasu.
はい。お任せください。
No discount. 大丈夫。We pay for our food. We always pay. So Kazuki, where are your beans from?
Beans come from Thailand because my friend opened a coffee shop in Thailand. Friend's name and the shop name.
They're from Thailand. Macchiato. We love coffee connoisseur. Coffee is amazing. Cheers. Right here, your merch store, right?
And in Japanese, Hima is nothing. Do nothing. So that I put
Nothing to it. It's actually like Kyo chikaru, which means do you have time?
Yeah.
And you're like Hima desu, which means I'm free. Not many people know, but I actually speak very well Japanese. Nihongo dou desu ka? Jozu? Hi. Oh, from Pake. Shouts to the Pake crew. But yeah, if you come into Nakameguro, come and have a chill moment. You'll probably catch Kazuki or me or prepare here all the time. But I'm excited to try the Kakigori. Here it is, guys. The Kakigori. This is yummy, dude. You serve Kakigori all year round, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, if you're in the Nakameguro area, you gotta come here. Y'all wanna try some of this? A lot of people know, and a lot of people don't know, but me and Kazuki, we've worked on projects for decades, it feels like. We help each other do things without necessarily using our name. A bunch of the stuff that we did that I was able to do with the North Face was actually quarterbacked by Kazuki. Respect Kazuki a lot, and gives me a lot of direction. This is the stuff that you're doing with North Face, right?
Yeah.
Like, what is this? This is like very 90s.
I think you know Patagonia's Pataloha.
Yeah.
I wanna make like a North Face version of Pataloha.
So this is like more swimwear.
Yeah,
Choto.
same.
Yeah, right? This is interesting.
これ and two colorway. This is beige and this is black.
So surfing,
うん。
surfwear,
サーフ
choto,
ちょっとサーフ
beachwear.
Yeah, yeah, right. Beach.
That's cool, man. It's interesting. I love the colors. I love the blocking.
Nice.
So this stuff is coming out in summer.
This summer.
Yeah. What's this?
Yeah. This is a jacket.
Yeah, and this is like that thing that you always do, right? The double pocket.
pocket and like yeah, many pockets.
A long time ago, I designed a hoodie,
Mhm.
right? And it was a parka,
Yeah.
like a zip up,
Mhm.
and I put all these welded pocket,
Mhm.
but only like a few of them were real.
Mhm.
None of my team said that we should do it. They didn't get it, dude. It was fucked up. It was supposed to be like, you don't know which one's the real pocket, you know? You're like, oh god, you know? No, but I get the all pocket thing. I love 6-pocket pants and stuff like that too.
Right.
So this is cool. I love this. This is purple, right? Love that vibe.
So
But what is this for?
I made for snowboard, but at the same time you can wear in the city too. But yeah, I'm gonna start a new clothing line, snowboarding clothing line with Bape.
Oh, you're launching a snowboarding clothing line
Yeah,
with Babe.
yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, this is one of the jacket.
So this snowboard thing is there's gonna be like the whole shits, right?
I have a pants too, like a high top pants.
Yeah. Crazy, man. We are live in Los Angeles, talk art shit with Alex Israel. Hey Alex, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm not bad, man. Hey, so fresh off a show at the Gagosian in Los Angeles, yes?
Just closed a few weeks ago. Yeah.
The show was entitled Noir. Can you kind of bring us through what the expression was through these art pieces or this art show?
Yeah. So, noir, film noir, is an art form that originated here in Los Angeles. Noir, in terms of what it meant, it was a crime genre.
Mm-hmm.
It was crime movies.
Mm-hmm.
And my paintings that I made for the show that just ended don't really reflect crime narratives, but there's something about the way that noir films were made. There's always this kind of unsettling quality to the narrative. The systems of justice and morality that prop up the world are always called into question. They become shaky. All of these things are kind of part of the conventions of film noir. And I was inspired by that. I wanted to make paintings to show the magic of Los Angeles, but I also wanted them to feel somewhere in between reality and fantasy. Yeah, like Los Angeles is a prolific actor.
Yes.
And there's it's a character in so many films and so many TV shows that we all know because they were shot here. There's a famous documentary called Los Angeles Plays Itself, which is an amazing sort of unpacking of the different roles and ways the city's been depicted throughout film history. Highly recommended, by Tom Anderson. This painting behind us was made on the Warner Brothers lot, and it's made just like a backdrop. the way that they used to paint backdrops for all the movies and TV shows that they would shoot there. It's beautiful.
You know, for me, it's an interesting question because I enjoy art. I luckily know a few artists, yourself included.
Yeah.
I feel like the struggle of artists is universal somehow. Like, it doesn't matter if you're super successful or if you're not successful. Yeah, obviously, you might be in a different shell, right? Because you might have a car, you might have this. But when it comes to actually doing the work, there still is that sense of like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? Do I need to do this? How are people going to think?
Yeah, and it's not just, it's true of art across every platform. It's true for music, it's true for acting, it's true for anyone who's expressing themselves creatively. Like I think sometimes I listen to songs written by pop stars and they're talking about their problems as a pop star. And I really relate to it because it's not unlike, you know, certain problems that we face as visual artists. Having to continuously reinvent, having to continuously come up against criticism. When you put yourself out there in that way, and at any level or at any scale, or in any of these contexts that are creative, I think the bottom line is you're making yourself vulnerable. And that's never easy. And if it's easy, then maybe you're not really making yourself vulnerable enough. And and I think that, you know, if you know, you know.
What's next coming up for you?
What's next? Well, I've been working on sunglasses, a collaboration with Oliver Peoples.
Oh, amazing.
Which is an amazing Los Angeles based sunglasses company. And when the fires happened, we decided that we were going to take our project and use it for good. So we decided to make 100% of the proceeds from the sunglasses collaboration go to support for fire relief. So we're working on that, and those come out in this summer.
Amazing.
And I'm working on some other projects that haven't been announced yet, but new exhibitions, new works. I feel incredibly inspired at this moment. I don't know, I can't turn my brain off. Like, it's a constantly running faucet of ideas that need to get written down and executed and worked on. There's not enough hours in the day.
100%.
But I also have to balance that with some self-care. So after my first quarter, where I had my exhibition at Gagosian, and then I had an exhibition with the Aspen Art Museum in Aspen, I've sort of been forcing myself to take little breaks and slow down and recharge. I think I have to do that, even though it's against maybe my nature.